talk about Azure cost management and billing. So here is page where you can find all necessary documentation, so different aspects, and review it. So Azure billing, so we have a cost management set of FinOps tools that enable you to analyze, manage, and optimize costs. Billing provides all the tools you need to manage your billing account and pay invoices. So let's review. So we have billing account, which can include several billing profiles and subscriptions. So billing account is created when you sign up to use Azure. You use your billing account to manage your invoice payments and track costs. You can have access to multiple billing accounts. For example, if you sign up for Azure for your personal project, you could also have access throughout your organization, enterprise agreement, or Microsoft customer agreement. For each of these scenarios, you would have a separate billing account. So pay attention. So for personal use, one billing account. For enterprise customer, you have a separate billing account. So types of billing accounts: online services program, enterprise agreement, Microsoft customer agreement, Microsoft partner agreement. So this is most similar case. So when we have one account, so we have user account, we have billing account, and we have subscription. We can add subscription methods, payment methods. Billing account represents an agreement that a customer accepts to Azure. It contains one or more subscriptions. Enterprise agreement. So we have a billing account for a big company, which contains payment methods, and it can has different departments, and those departments can contain accounts, and accounts can use subscriptions for services. Represent enterprise agreement and enrollment. It contains one or more departments and accounts. Invoice is generated at this scope. Microsoft customer agreement. So we have a billing account and billing profiles. So here is invoice section and subscription. Different hierarchy. So billing account represent agreement that customer accepts to use Microsoft products and services. It contains one or more billing profiles. Billing profiles represent an invoice and the related billing information, such as payment method and billing address. So payment methods inside billing profile. It contains one or more invoice section. Invoice section represents a grouping of costs in an invoice. Azure subscription and other purchases such as marketplace and app are associated to this scope. Partner agreement. So billing account, billing profile, and different customer which use subscription. And we also have reseller. Billing account, partner agreement, and services in the new commerce experience. It contains one or more billing profiles and customers. Billing profile represents an invoice for a currency. Customer represents a customer for a cloud solution provider partner. Azure subscription and other purchases such as marketplace and app source products are associated to this scope. A reseller that provides services to a customer. It's an optional field for a subscription and it's applicable only for indirect providers in cloud solution providers to tier models. So let's talk about scopes for billing account. Scope is a node within a billing account that you use to view and manage billing. It's where you manage billing data, payments, invoices. Some scopes are created automatically. For example, when you sign up to Azure, first type billing account is created for you. This billing account contains subscription. The subscription is the scope where you manage billing data, payments, and invoice. Other scopes are created manually. For example, when you have enterprise agreement, you can create departments and accounts which are billing scopes. So here is billing scopes examples. So enterprise agreement, billing account, roles, department, account. So you can see we have RBAC roles for each scope. Microsoft customer agreement scopes, so also, and cloud solution provider scopes, etc. So let's talk about tools. So Azure Cost Management is the analytics platform, allows you to analyze spending, forecast future cost, create budget, receive alerts, optimize costs. So cost analysis shows spending by subscription, resource group, resource region, service tax department. So here is dashboard, cost analysis, so we can see for our subscription, we can see for specific period actual cost and forecast. So where it's spent on different services, and group name, service name, location, etc. Different information which you can see. Budget, you can create spending limits. Budget cost managers are designed for monitoring and alerting only. They do not enforce resource shutdown or prevent charges when the budget limit is exceeded. This is important to mention notification that if you need to prevent additional continuous spending, you need when reaching a cost, you must implement automation using Azure Monitor alerts and Azure Automation or Logic Apps. This is specific, so you can create only alerts, or you need to create specific automation. So here's an example how we create budget. So name, period, start date, expiration date, threshold. We can also add alert. So when 90% we spent, we can add alert and send email. If you want to stop consuming those resources, you need to create automation. Okay, cost alerts, this is we can trigger at different percent usage. So email, monitor, logic apps, automation. I mentioned it. So threshold, Azure Action Group, automation, or logic app, or webhook. And when we get these alerts, we can see in cost management section cost alerts, and it show when it happened, why it happened. Cost allocation, so we can use resource group tax, subscription management groups, so tax like environment and K and value production, finance, owner, application, etc. So in cost management we can define scope, change scope configuration, and we can define tag inheritance, so it automatically be inherited. So we also can add additional tags in this menu, and then we can use these tags. Here is cost analysis tool, and we can group by tag. So for example, org. Yes, forecasting, I mentioned it, so predicts future spending, so actual cost, and forecast, it predict that you might spend this amount. Cost optimization recommendation, so Azure identifies opportunities to save money, such as delete disk, stop VMs, stop using IPs, exception spot VM, savings plan, reserved instances, exceptions. So where it happened, home subscription, Azure cost management, advisor recommendations. So, and we can see for our subscription, we can see one recommendation, right size or shutdown on their utilized virtual machines, so we can save money. Reservation work for not for all services, for specific, like virtual machine, databases, analytics, storage, networking. So reserve for 1 or 3 years. So how it see home reservation, and we can select service and configure reservation. Saving plans provide flexibility compared to reservation. Instead of reserving specific VM, you commit to spending a fixed amount per hour. So, and here is a saving plan, add a plan, and we name, select subscription, and term length, and billing frequency, and hourly commitment. So you can see we commit to use some amount. And also pricing calculator, which help you to estimate possible spends. So for example, add virtual machine. So let's see where we use Windows. Let's use Linux. Let's define what number of hours. So here is savings options, savings plan, reservation. Okay, if we add, so you can see it decrease. If we select, you pay significantly more. So we can export, we can save, we can share, exception, test pricing, exception. So very useful tool. Highly recommend to use it. That's all. For more information, I share additional links under video.